and welcome back to the next episode of the Right Hand Drive Guys podcast, the podcast for guys who like right-hand drives. I'm Bobby. This is Aaron.
Yo.
And today we have Nick, a.k.a. Ohana GTR. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And if you're listening, you can probably hear some stuff in the background, and that is because we are live from the 20th anniversary of Import Alliance. All right, Nick, sweet. We appreciate you coming on for sure. I personally have been following you on Instagram for years and just kind of watching along. And then last year you were pulling out of the show, and I'm like, I noticed your car, and I'm like, hey, dude, like, what the hell? I thought you were from Hawaii. Like, I'm like, you brought that thing, and come to find out you're actually just a local Tennessee guy.
Yeah, well, I'm from Oregon,
okay.
But I'm local now.
Yeah.
I live here now at least, so yeah. But the GTR has kind of been all over with me. So I had it. Yeah, I imported it through Seattle, and I had it in Portland for a while, and then I took it to Texas, and then I took it back to Oregon, and then I brought it here. And
dang,
it almost went to Hawaii at one point, but it didn't work out. But yeah.
So let's just get it out of the way. Where does the Ohana? Because obviously you say Ohana, and everybody thinks Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how did you come upon this?
Yeah, so in 2020, I moved to Hawaii with a couple buddies of mine, and I had an Audi S4 at the time. That was like my first sports car. I was just learning how to work on it. And so I brought that over there and shipped it, and which that kind of started turning the wheels in my head. I'm like, you can just ship a car. Like,
yeah,
maybe I could actually import something. But anyway, so I went there and had that there for a while, and then I ended up moving back to the mainland and bought the GTR. And so some of my friends there, we were talking, my old S4 name was like Oreo S4, and they're like, you need something. It was white and black. You could be Oreo R33 in there.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, so I need a new name, and it was kind of a play on like the Hawaii thing and also Fast and Furious, because like Ohana means family.
Yeah,
it's a GTR. So
family.
I don't think anyone ever gets like the second level to it, but yeah, that's where it came from. And then I moved back a few years later, and it was there for a bit. But
okay. And so, did you import the 33?
I did, yep.
Oh, cool.
So I imported it through Top Rank Global.
Oh, wow.
And that was in 2021. So I sold my S4, and I was daily driving this like 03 Mustang GT that I should have just let die. It was terrible when I bought it. Yeah. But I was daily driving that, and I imported the GTR, and I got it in like May of 2021. And I had never seen an R33 in person until like I saw it at the port.
Oh, wow.
But it'd been my favorite car, and then when it was on the way, I'm like, I hope I made a good decision.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I'm like, I hope it's not like everyone says it's huge. I'm like, how big is it going to be? But I was like, oh, it's smaller than I pictured. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so Top Rank Global. So what was your experience with Top Rank?
They were awesome. I loved them. Yeah, they were great. So I didn't go through like the California division. So they handled everything on the Japan side of like deregistering the car and shipping it. But then it was my responsibility to get it into the country.
Okay.
So I got a customs broker in Tacoma, and she was awesome. Like, helped me with all the EPA paperwork and all that, because I probably wasn't going to figure it out.
No.
And at least for the first time. But yeah, and it was pretty easy. Pretty easy to bring it in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what our listeners want to hear, because I feel like a lot of times it's like it seems daunting, like it's this crazy process. But realistically, if you hire the right people, like the broker along the way, it's really quite simple.
Yeah.
It's really like waiting is the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, damn, is it here today? Checking the boat, watching it go across the ocean. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, man, tell us a little bit about yourself now. We know, you moved to Hawaii, you were in Seattle, but so now you're in Tennessee.
Yeah. So I'm here, and I always say I was like a late bloomer with cars. Like I didn't get into them till I was like 24 or so. I always loved them growing up, but I was super into football, so I played sports all my life.
Okay.
That was like my dream, to play college football and all that. And then senior year of high school, I got a scholarship, and then I ended up having open heart surgery a few months later.
Holy cow.
And so I ended my football career early.
I'd say.
Yeah, so I started, getting back into, I would just like watch Top Gear and played racing video games, and I always loved the GTR. There's some game I had as a kid on the original Xbox, and I've tried to find it, and I can't find it. It was like a rally game, And there was an R34, and it said it could go like 320,
Yeah.
and that blew my mind. I thought it was miles an hour, but it was kilometers, and
Like,
it blew my
whoa.
mind. I was like, there's something about that car.
Dude, no wonder
so.
they're outlawed in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah, exactly. I was one of those kids. So, but yeah. So then I got into cars late. I had a buddy that was modifying his Accord. To where I grew up in Oregon, there just wasn't much car culture. Kind of like you're telling me about Maine. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some similarities. It's it's very niche, and I just wasn't exposed to it. And so when I was, I'm like, I had never seen Fast and Furious. I'd never been to Cars and Coffee. Never done any of that stuff. Till I was like 24. And I was like, this is like the best thing ever. Like, I want to get into this. So
Like mind blown. Like, wow, there's this whole subculture about these cars I didn't even know was there.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's been cool. I love it. So and then I bounced around some through what we were talking. I do finance, and my company's transferred me a few times. So I was in Texas for a bit, and then a couple stints in Hawaii, and then now I'm here, and I have family here.
Okay.
And so I love it. It's like a dream to be here, just with like the car culture. You can drive your cars year round.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh my God, someone's pulling in here.
Damn.
I think a helicopter's landing.
Yeah. Wow, we can
man.
use the breeze, but
That's pretty.
yeah, that thing's like part hybrid too, so he probably could have done that a little.
It's all a flex, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously, as you said, you've been to a few different places.
Yeah.
And where did you feel like the car culture was the best?
I think here, honestly. Yeah. It's all different. Oh man.
Yeah, so if you're listening, there's a Ferrari something being wild and crazy behind us.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So you like the Tennessee car culture?
You know, I think you get like everything here. Like there are a lot of supercars, and like the Ferrari back there, a lot of exotics. But there's still like a good JDM scene too. In the Northwest, where I was at, the JDM is like awesome, and people make really clean builds. And went to like a few car meets up in Seattle. It's just like everything is like JDM or BMW. Everything is like perfect stance. You don't see like a lot of or as many exotics as here, I don't think. But and then Texas, I mean, I was in San Antonio, and just so many cars are making. They're like, oh, you're making 1,000 horsepower. Like mine makes 1,300.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like a pissing match down
it
there.
is.
Oh, for
it is.
sure.
Everyone's on slicks, and but I like driving like mountain roads and stuff, and so this is like the perfect combination here of like it's a big car culture, but you can go out to East Tennessee and drive like Tail of the Dragon or wherever. So
I think you had posted a picture, whatever, a year, 2 years ago, I don't know, and it was of your car like on the side of the road, and it seems like it's a mountain road, and it really honestly convinced me that you were in Hawaii even more. I was like, dude, Hawaii is freaking beautiful, dude.
it is.
Little did I know it was
It's
probably
East Tennessee.
right.
right. East Tennessee.
Appalachia.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have the 33. You've had it for what? You said 4
4.5 years. Yeah.
For anything crazy happened to you in this? I mean, we all know people are pretty much like drooling over it all the time. We know that it's a Skyline, but any crazy stories?
Let me think. I mean, just so many. I'm more of an introvert at heart. So like the idea of locking myself in the garage and just tinkering and like taking my time is really fun for me. I feel like the GTR's got me out of my shell because like so many people want to talk, and it's fun. Like you just meet so many connections. So I honestly, it's been like pretty much all positive. Just towing it across the country a few times, I've had a few sketchy things happen. I had one guy, it was like 1 a.m. in Salt Lake City. This was last year when I was trailering it out here. There's like no one on the road. It's like a 5-lane highway. I'm going just like 55. I'm in a big U-Haul, so you kind of look like an amateur. I got my U-Haul like open trailer, whatever, just me out there. And actually my dad was following me in my daily, but he was a little ways back. And this guy, it was like it was clean actually. It was like a 2000 or so, just like red Mitsubishi. And he comes up next to me. He's just like going slow along the trailer. He's checking it out. I was like, all right.
Right in your blind spot.
Yeah, basically. People do that sometimes. You let them look, and it's all good. Usually they go after like 20 seconds. He's just sitting there for like minutes. And I'm like, all right, dude, you kind of had your look.
Yeah.
It's like, we're in the middle.
Move on.
There's no one else around. So I start like slowing down more and more. He starts slowing down with me. I get over a lane. He gets over a lane. And then I'm like, all right. And then he gets right behind me, and he's like just like a foot from the trailer. So I get over another lane. Now I'm like almost all the way to the right-hand side. And I slow down more, so we go from here to like this, and he swerves and tries to like hit the trailer.
What?
And I don't know, I don't really know what he's thinking, because it wouldn't have hit the car, it would have just hit the trailer, because it was a pretty low car. Yeah. And so I was just driving with my mirror and just watching him. So as soon as he goes, I just swerve with him. But if I didn't, he 100% would have. I mean, it was like,
wild,
like that.
Sucked him right in.
He was willing to risk it all to just hit your trailer.
I think, I could be wrong, I think it was something where it's like, oh, I hit you, pull over, and then something happens. That's my guess.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's my guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, that is sketchy. I mean, at that time of night, driving alone, sure, your dad was there, and this dude probably didn't realize that that's your dad.
He didn't, so he flew up behind him and started flashing his lights, and the dude just floored it and took off.
Yeah.
So,
what the heck?
anyways,
Dang,
that was probably
man.
the sketchiest moment, but
Dude, that's like a Fast and Furious heist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seriously.
Did he have underglow?
It wasn't a black Civic, but if there was 3 of them, I would have just given him the car.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to
All
get
right, boys.
harpooned or something. Yeah.
Man, that's cool. So, can you tell us a little bit about the car itself? Because obviously we've seen it. Oh, geez, here they go again. Here they go again. The boys are all horned up this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell. I mean, it's a 33. We know that. But give us a little more about it, and maybe some of the inspiration behind it.
Yeah. So I really wanted a white one. So I love seeing your white 33 here. But so I was looking for a white one for a few months and just couldn't find a clean one. I wanted something more stock that I could modify. And so ended up Top Rank had that one in their inventory for a while. And I kind of kept passing. It had some funny like 3-spoke Advans.
Funny?
Like,
Hold on. Funny
That's
3-spoke
his
Advans. Wait a minute.
Oh, I love your 3-spoke stuff. They're super cool. I don't know. I guess I just want to go a different direction, but
no, I understand.
I should have. It was nice though that it was in their inventory. It was just like a slow burn. I kept looking. I'm like, that one is like pretty clean and stuff, and so ended up doing it. And it was nice they had it because I was able to like compression test it and not just buy something at auction and have like no idea. Anyways, but the first thing I did was like I bought the LMGT2 wheels.
Yes. Good choice.
I was like, I wanted to get all the NISMO parts I could, and I was kind of paranoid about them like getting discontinued.
Yeah, which they did.
Which they did, yeah. But it turned me into sort of a racer because I bought all the NISMO parts, and then like my car didn't run good for like 2 years, and I should have just done R35 coils and like new maps and some of those things right off the bat. So I had some like issues with the car just shutting off while I was driving it, or had a misfire, and so if I could go back, I would have done some things differently maintenance-wise. But yeah, I love the 33. I feel like there's so much you can do with it. Being that it's like a mid-90s car, like there's just so many like body kit options. And,
oh, for sure.
Certainly the 400R definitely did influence me.
I mean, it's the best R33 ever produced. How could it, besides the LM, I guess, but how could it not influence you, right?
Yeah. But really, I mean, honestly, I just, like every part of the car, whether it's like the side skirts or the rear bumper or the front, like there's different options for all of them. And so I just think, I'm like, okay, what's like my idea of like the coolest looking option, and just piecing it together. It's something that tried to make it flow. And then it's kind of, I guess this looks like a modified 400R inspired thing, but
I think a lot of people think it's, I guarantee some people think it's a 400R. I'm sure.
I feel bad when people ask because it wasn't the point to trick it. It doesn't say 400R on it anywhere.
No, I like how you did NISMO instead of 400R. You did NISMO, and that's legit. I think it looks better. Personally, I like that old logo NISMO stripe you have there.
Yeah, thank you.
So what about the future?
I plan to. I mean, I'm going to keep that car forever. Keep road tripping it. I definitely have dreams down the road. I need to get an enclosed trailer. I don't think I'll open trailer it again if I can help it after my last experience. But I would love to. I don't know, like take it out to like some of the national parks in Utah and like trailer it out there and get some cool photos. That's down the road. But in the near term, I'm launching a brand actually.
Oh wow! Okay.
So I mentioned that to you, but I've been working on it for like 2 years, and kind of like we were talking earlier, it's a passion project. So it's for fun. It's basically a Skyline blog, and I have some like merch and apparel. But hopefully it's something like I can share the stories of other people's builds, kind of like you're doing, just in a different form.
Yeah.
Dude, bring back the blogs.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously.
Exactly. Yeah.
I miss those. I miss those days.
Yeah, social media like wiped them out when it was, it felt like a more personal way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because you had to visit the site for the most part. You need to go there, you got to read it, or, you know, I guess watch it nowadays. Yeah, I agree. Bring them back, dude.
Yeah, I miss those.
Yeah.
RIP speed hunters.
I know. Yeah.
So
yeah,
sad.
that hurts. Yeah. Yep. So that'll be hopefully launching in the next couple weeks. So
Can we hear what it's called?
It's called Skyline Preservation Club.
Oh, that was the shirt you were wearing yesterday.
And I have flags for you guys.
Oh, wow.
So they're little black garage flags, but wanted to bring you guys a little something.
Yes,
so.
we have an excellent shop that will hang these from the ceiling.
Got a place right for it.
Yeah, you'll
Awesome.
see them right in the back of the
Sweet.
podcast, so that's legit, dude. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So Skyline Preservation. I like that.
Yeah, that's
I like
a good
that.
one.
You know, they're a dying breed, and you know, I've thought about it too. It's like they just didn't make that many of these, and like the number of fans just like exceeds so much the number that they actually produce. You know, and so I think it is cool when people are like restoring them, but also driving them and using them as they're meant to be used. Because it's kind of like a wild animal that's like endangered. If it only exists in captivity, like in zoos, like there's something different about seeing it out in the wild and people enjoying it.
Does it really exist?
So
exactly.
true.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you know, this morning I had this at the coffee shop, and I come out and there's like a family surrounding it. You know, like I'm sure it happens to you plenty. And man, it was a family where the son was like 13, and he's really into these cars, and they'd never seen one in real life, right? And they just literally wanted to see it. They want nothing from me but to see it. And so, you know, I popped the hood for him, like, gladly, you know, because this 14-year-old boy is the next generation of these enthusiasts or the people that love these cars. And I do feel like to preserve them, we have to kind of hand it off to that next generation to an extent. And so, you know, I'll gladly open the door, let him sit in it, have his mom take pictures. His mom was all giggity, you know, just loving the fact. And, you know, they walked off with huge smiles, and now I know that potentially sitting in that car could motivate that kid in the future to have one of his own. So I'm loving the name Skyline Preservation, because I think that is what we need to do if we want this to continue, you know. So what?
Yeah, I want to know why the R33.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that car I played on the video game back in the day, it was an R34.
Yeah.
And so I loved R34s. I love 90s stuff. So I grew up like watching Seinfeld nonstop, and it was kind of like 90s stuff. And I loved like Matchbox 20 and like Third Eye Blind and whatever, just some 90s bands.
90s,
so that it appealed to me for that. And then the R34 is out of my price range.
Yeah.
So now I'm really between a 32 and 33. This one does look more like a 34 than the 32 does. But yeah, and the more I learned about 33s, the more it just grew on me.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, like the Nürburgring history.
Oh,
how
right.
it was like the fastest production car at the time, like broke 8 minutes. Yeah, and it's just kind of a little bit of a slept-on car. Although I don't know if it is anymore. People have said that for like a long time, but
I feel like it still is.
You think so?
I think people
Kinda.
still kind of hate on him a little bit just because it's not a 34 or Godzilla, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the red-headed stepchild, right?
It's the middle one, you know? I think it's slept on, but I don't see why. Because like the performance is there, the look is there, like it's not missing anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little different than the other two, you know?
But people are starting to come around to him, for sure.
Yeah.
Like more, you know, 6-7 years ago, it was a lot worse. Now people are starting to come around to him because, you know, people like you have built these amazing builds that inspire people. So they're starting to be like, well, I guess the 33 ain't so bad anyways, you know? So props to you for inspiring people, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah,
you know?
super cool.
Thank you, man. Well, likewise for you guys' cars too. So,
Thank you. Okay, so you get the 33. You put these parts on it, right? Is there another car in your? Is there another? I know this is the worst question because this is when temptation comes in.
Oh yeah.
But like Nick's crosshairs, are
Nick's
they on
crosshairs.
anything?
Man, something I've gotten into lately is sim racing.
Yep.
So I built like a sim racing rig. I was inspired, this was a year and a half ago. I was still living in Central Oregon, and we have like a real like 6-month winter. I can't complain. You guys probably get more snow in Maine. But I was like, what am I going to do this winter? So I built a sim rig and got into that. And so I'd love to get out on track in something. So S2000 is one that I think would be really fun. I would love to get the GTR on the track one day. I'm like, man, if I blow one motor, I could have bought an S2000, and it may have never blown up,
Isn't that crazy that the RB26 is the equivalent to an S2000?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's
build
bad.
It. Yeah.
But I mean, the S2000, that's what it was built for, right?
Yeah.
Like, and plus it's a drop top convertible. That's sweet. Obviously we don't get that with these, so that could be a good play. But just like these, every day the numbers are dwindling, and with that the price goes up, right?
Totally. Yeah. So and NSX would be like a dream, that would be cool. I've gotten more into those lately. But honestly,
another big 90s car.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my favorite era. But if I just had the R33 for life, I like joke that like if you gave me $1 million to buy one car and drive forever, I would just buy my car back. Like just with all the memories with it. It's not perfect. There's rock chips, whatever. But I just love that car. So
how many kilometers have you put on it, do you think?
Let me think. Like 20,000.
Okay.
So,
hell yeah.
Not like too crazy, but I feel like they've been good miles on it. We're like, I'm taking it on road trips, and
that's cool.
Yeah, which is fun. Like I kind of like I get a little bit of adrenaline just being like I'm taking it like 1,000 miles from home, and like I hope it makes it back because I don't know what I'm going to do otherwise.
I hope it
kind of sounds like fun. I mean,
it is in a funny way, but it's getting more and more reliable. I'm learning to trust it more and more. But it didn't start out there today, so who knows?
Damn, dude, I wasn't gonna mention it, but
it's okay.
No, that does happen. As you were saying, and this is something to let the listeners know, like you buy these cars, you got to understand they are 25 years old. Some of the electronics were installed literally, right? Like, what year's your car?
95.
95, right? So 30 years old this year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years for little parasitic draws to develop, for these just kind of things that once you get it, you don't realize, and all of a sudden you get the dead battery.
Yeah.
I've been there. Ask this guy. I've been in parking lots trying to start my car for half an hour, just pissed.
Seriously, just blowing your hair out the whole time.
Yeah, literally. So now, me personally, and you can see the cord right there under the car, I keep it plugged in. It's basically an EV. I keep it plugged in whenever it's not in drive. I always keep it plugged in because those bad memories just haunt me of just
dude.
Man.
I'm about to start. I'll get your charger brand after this, so I can start doing it too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so, do you keep yours garaged? Do you have a garage?
Yeah, I've got a garage, so that's nice. I resonate a lot with what you're saying, man, about just like the issues with it. And I used to get super frustrated with it too. I still do every once in a while. But I just tell myself now, whenever something happens, I'm like, Nick, like this is the life that you chose, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
you wanted
what
this.
did you expect? Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to take a step back and look at the car and realize, wait a minute, this is the dream.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is it. Why am I getting weird about this?
Yeah.
I can kind of relate to that because, yeah, sure, when you're upside down under the dash trying to fit your hands in some spot where it doesn't really fit and you're like sweating and can't really work on it well, it can get frustrating. Yeah. But then you take a step back, you look at it, and you're like, I love this thing. Why am I getting mad?
Yeah.
Right. This is
or
the process.
Frustrated.
This is part of the process that I need to go through to bond with this car even more, right?
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds. I mean, it's true.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So S2000 would be the car. You'd love to take it on the track. You'd love to bring it out here and do the HPDE or whatever. Okay, that's cool. Have you been on the track period in your life?
Not driving. I did a ride-along last summer at Road Atlanta with NISMO Zach. I don't know if you know him. He's got a pretty sweet, it's like Group A spec R33 GTR like race car.
Sounds sick.
He takes it everywhere. He just rips it, and he's doing all these time attack competitions.
That's cool.
I didn't really know what I was getting into when I rode with him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, he's I didn't know he was like competing. Like, man, I mean, he's riding every curve to like the grass is there and sliding every corner, just a little bit. And, I'm like, man, I gotta learn how to drive like this. It's like another level. So
Was
yeah,
that before or after the sim? You bought the sim.
that was after. I hadn't, and then as soon as I got home, like I'm driving Road Atlanta now on the sim. Like I want to learn it, feel the real thing, you know.
Hell yeah.
So that
was
first
cool.
lap, were you like tucking a turd a little bit? Like,
Oh,
whoa,
yeah.
like, this is why I need the helmet on. Okay.
Yeah. And he had the full harness in the passenger seat. You know, it's just the lap belt. And I'm like, I am so toast if this thing goes into the wall. No, he's a great driver. It was super fun. We were supposed to do like 3 laps. He did like 6 or 7, and every like additional lap, I'm like, oh, we're going for another one. But I'm like, I'd be okay if we stopped here because I'm alive. But I'm down for, you know, it was like pro and con.
That's cool. So are you in Tennessee for good now?
Yeah, I think so. My parents are nearby, and man, moving's a lot of work, and you know, carting the GTR around, and it's such a cool community here too.
Yeah.
So I really want to stay. So yeah, no plans to keep moving. But yeah.
Do you have like a group of guys here that's like, you know, your group, so to speak?
Yeah, I've met some good friends here. Yeah, I've met some cool guys in the car scene too. Willis, he's floating around. He's the man. He's like the lead photographer here, and he like made some posters of my car for this, which is
that's
cool.
sick.
But yeah, there's like so many good people here, and you know, I didn't know, like coming from, I'm a West Coaster, you know, at heart, and coming out here to the South, like you hope that you're accepting stuff, and people could not be nicer here.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
The Southern hospitality is real. Like it's a pretty cool thing.
It really is. You know, when I moved down here coming from Maine, you know, whatever, I don't even remember, whenever it was, 2009 or whatever, I was worried as well. You know, I at that point I had an EK9 Civic Type R. And yeah, no, it was like, it's kind of like they understand that you guys are interested in the same thing and that you can contribute to each other, and with that, they are kind of accepting. You can find a place to fit in.
Yeah.
You know, and me and this guy actually met just, I don't know, was it 24 on 24?
Yeah, or
65.
one of those interstates right on the downtown loop.
Yeah. And he
pulled
was
up.
in a 180 right-hand drive.
Yeah?
I'm in the EK9 right-hand drive, and it's just like,
This was back in 09 when no one else
Had
that in town.
Yeah, it
There
was
was
just
like
us.
a very handful of cars that were right-hand drive in town.
yeah.
So
And-
I pull up next to him on the interstate, and I'm like, double take, triple take. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
Another one? No
another
way.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, and we were both happened to be going to the same meet.
Yeah.
And friends ever since. You know,
That's
so it's
awesome.
it's literally just that. And so I agree, like the Southern hospitality is for sure real. You know, they understand like how to treat people and have relationships. So and again, we still like, you know, we have tons of friends out here that you go and talk to them, and it's like, oh shit, I haven't talked to you for like 12 years, but it feels like, you know, just a few weeks, you know. So definitely, if you ever have the opportunity, come on down to Nashville to an event like this, and you'll probably meet some new people and have some friends when you leave.
Yeah.
Nick, dude, we'll let you get back out there and socialize. We definitely appreciate this. Does the new company have an Instagram or anything yet?
It does. I think I've got like 11 followers.
Shout it out.
You can be one of the first ones. It's just at Skyline Preservation Club. So yeah, I'll be announcing that in like a week, and then should be going live a week after. So.
Okay, cool. So, and then, you know, if they want to see the 33, what's the personal socials?
Oh, Ohana GTR. Yeah. Shoot me a message and or at Ohana_GTR.
Yeah.
There it is.
But yeah, no, it's such a cool thing. Like, there's like guys from Germany and France and that have R33s, and we message back and forth. And so yeah, I've learned so much from like guys abroad and wherever. So if anyone has questions that I can help you with, I'm happy to. So.
And that is, you know, that's what I find with this culture, the Skyline culture specifically. You know, a lot of people would think that, you know, like let's just say the R34 owners are stuck up, or the 33, but it's actually kind of the opposite. Like I feel like the Skyline guys really realize like we have something in common, and there are so few of us that like there's no point in having that attitude, right?
Yeah,
because all it does is slow down the growth of the popularity of these cars. So yeah, I agree. The Skyline culture is like a very friendly one for sure.
It's the GTS guys you got to look out for.
Yeah, for sure. Those dinks, dude. Jeez and crow. Nick, man, we appreciate you being on here for sure. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and
yeah.
I'm for sure looking forward to the Skyline Preservation Club and what you come with that for sure, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
So for episode 148, live from IA, the 20th anniversary, I'm Bobby, this is Aaron, and this is Nick.
See ya.
See ya.